rev up your engines. Today I'm going to show you how never to be stranded by a broken radiator hose again. Now radiator hoses, over time they're made out of rubber, they'll crack, they get old, and they just wear out. Some of it's from the heat of the engine, some of it is from the electrical chemical reactions of the coolant, and it's spinning inside the car. There's all kinds of things that are out there ready to destroy your radiator hoses over time. And the bad part for most people is that often the cracking starts on the inside and works on the outside. So they look okay on the outside, but the inside's actually going out. So they might look perfectly fine to you, but they're deteriorating inside, kind of like hardening of the arteries with human beings. So with this cute little kit, you never have to worry if you get a hole and a hose starts to leak on the road. You can fix it yourself in a flash. As you can see here, the kit has various sizes for various hoses. So let's say you get a leak on the road in one of these big hoses. All you have to do is go to the leaking area, have a nice little knife like this to cut it open. And the tip here is to get one that's got serrated blades. I got this thing on eBay for like $5. Serrated blades are really good for cutting through rubber. It'll cut right through and you won't get stuck. So you cut through the leaking section. Then you get the kit out and see which one fits inside best. You can cut away the rotten part, then in it goes. You get the clamp it down, get it nice and tight. And as you can see here, the splice has barbs, so you want the clamp to go over the barb parts inside the hose. That way it'll never slip off. That's what the barb parts are for. It holds it permanent. This isn't some duct tape it over immediate fix that's going to fall off. It's a pretty permanent fix when you get the splice on. Then you get the second clamp, put it over, and then put the other end of the hose back on there. Then put that clamp up here where the barbs are and tighten it down. And there you have it, a nice solid patch that can last a really long time. Now if you're prepared like me and have a gallon of antifreeze in the trunk, you just pour it right back in. But let's say you're in an emergency situation and the only thing you can get your hands on is water to put it back in. Well, in the short run, the water isn't going to hurt anything. Over thousands and thousands of miles, pure water in your cooling system can cause problems with cavitation and corrosion, but just putting it in to drive around in isn't going to hurt anything. If it's really cold outside, yeah, the stuff will freeze when you shut the engine off, but if you fill it up and keep driving it, it can't freeze till you shut it off. So if you do this when it's really cold outside, hey, at least you got it fixed, you can drive it somewhere, and then when you shut it off, you can just drain it out and put some antifreeze back in. Now once you got the coolant and the clamps tight, of course you want to start it up and check for leaks. Because like my father taught me when I was a young mechanic in the 60s, don't assume that a system only has one leak. It might have a bunch of leaks. Just because you found one, don't think it's the only one. Recheck the work once you fix the one that you found. Now as you can see, hey, it's a nice solid fix, it's not leaking. And my advice, let it run 5-10 minutes, then look under it. Make sure there's nothing else dripping. If there's nothing else dripping down, then you found all the leaks and fixed them. Now these splice kits can be very handy with some modern cars, because some of the modern cars now have radiator hoses that one hose is actually about 5 or 6 different ones all molded together. So if a little section breaks, you have to spend a fortune buying all the whole assembly and taking half the car apart to get all the pieces to fit in. In this case, one little part's bad, you can splice in that part that's leaking and not have to go through the hassle of taking everything apart to replace that giant assembly. And since this is Mechanic Monday, I'm giving away one of these emergency hose repair kits. To have a chance to win, just place a clean, non-offensive comment on the YouTube comments below, and the winner will be chosen randomly by computer to win a little safety kit so you never get stranded by a blown radiator hose again. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.